happened plenty of times. So, I think it's the wrong. I don't think right now in the current climate, I don't think it'll work. It'll literally be an exhibition championship. Neither brand alone could support a women's tag team championship. If you make it go amongst the two brands, Raw, SmackDown, if you make it go across NXT, since you've been putting other talents on NXT, I'm sure Bayley and Sasha would appreciate working in front of an NXT crowd again, whether it be a takeover or whether it be at a taping. And it's like, hey, you know, we're coming and we accept your challenge, like just say two contenders. I really think that's the way to go if you do go about it. I just don't see this. It's hard for me to imagine if it's truly going to succeed or not. I'm being mostly pessimistic when I say it's not. And you know, Impact Wrestling or TNA, they had the Knockouts tag team titles, and they didn't even last that long either. To the point where they had Eric Young and ODV as the Knockouts tag champions. They had to have a man in that. Come on. As long as they don't do something stupid like that, where you have R-Truth and Carmella winning the... Oh, God, could you... See, now that I'm thinking of it, like in WWE logic, I'm thinking more of what they'll do. I could see that happening. Because of the popularity of Carmella and R-Truth lately, I could totally see them having R-Truth and Carmella winning the, I guess, the inaugural women's tag team titles, or the returning women's tag team title, like in that first match back in God knows how many years. Oh, man, I can see them doing that. And just even thinking about it's making me upset because it is a WWE move that they would do. And do something like that, where, all right, this is something historic. You're kicking this off, right? And now you're having R-Truth, a man, moving a women's championship. Big moment that should go to, like, let's say the Riot Squad, if it was Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan, or Bayley and Sasha, or somebody. Or, let's say, Naomi and, I don't know, name another women's wrestler on SmackDown, you know? So, oh, that's so aggravating when I'm thinking of that. That is so aggravating. Ugh. Well, for the sake of the women, I hope it really works. But again, I don't really think it's going to wind up working. Either way, I'm going to end it here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, I'm actually just going to wind up taking the day on Saturday. I mean, I might change my mind when the time gets closer, but I'm, just to, I'll probably wind up just airing or coming back to the air on January 3rd when I have guests on. Because again, if you've been watching the show, I've been having guests on recently, and every Thursday I'm going to probably wind up having guests most of the time. So, starting on January 3rd, I'm going to wind up having 3 guests on, actually. The gold standard is what they go by. And let me just get my list here. I'm sorry, guys. My allergies are acting up too. This is crazy. We have Dan Ragu, Barrington Hughes, and Santeria Cortez. They will be on the 3rd. and we have a lot to talk about in that interview. So if I don't come on until then, I don't know what kind of wrestling is going on this weekend, if any, but if there is wrestling this weekend, go out and support your local independent wrestling. It's very important to do. You never know when the next great star is going to be right there in front of you. And it's always good to go out and support the independents because they're trying to make it big in wrestling, and all the support is definitely much appreciated and obviously coveted. And I will see you all, if not Saturday, then definitely Thursday on the 3rd with the interview. And we have more interviews after that if you want to go check out that schedule at Open Mic Wrestling on Twitter, WRESTLIN. You can check me out on Instagram, open_night_wrestling_night. Or you can follow me personally on Twitter at Calypso426. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I will see you around. Have yourself a great weekend. And if I don't talk to you before then, have a happy new year.